Welcome back, ninjas, to another episode of Chronic Completionist, and today we are doing it. We're finally going to start playing Crossout, a free-to-play game on PlayStation Network. Stick around so you can learn what Crossout is, if it seems like a game you may enjoy, and if you already know what it is, join me on my journey and help myself and anyone new to this game through the comments section. Stay until the end to see what my sweet new ride and current progression is like, and if you like the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button to stay notified when I release new content. Now let me turn my hat back for this one, strap in, and enjoy the ride. Welcome back, guys and gals, and welcome to any new watchers out there. Today we are playing Crossout. What is Crossout? Crossout is a free-to-play vehicle combat game that has a similar feel to World of Tanks with a crafting twist. You're not just given your death machine, you build it. And once you build it, you get to unleash it and yourself on other real-world or computer players. It creates a really unique balance between fashion/cosmetic styles as well as combat utility. You are able to literally show other players that your vehicle weapon does not just look cooler than theirs, it's stronger too. It kind of reminds me of like Legos mixed with Hot Wheels and Death Race, all mixed together, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say. Now, Crossout was released in 2017, so there are likely a lot of people who already know what Crossout is. If this is you, I hope you stay until the end of the video and follow me along my journey. Hopefully I can provide some nostalgia of what it was like just starting out, and hopefully you can provide myself and new players some lessons. Now what I'm truly hoping to do is reach the audience, especially on PS4, that has never heard of Crossout. If I game as frequently as I do, and there has been a free-to-play game on PSN since 2017 that I didn't know about, I'm more than sure there are so many more players out there that could be enjoying the game as well if only they were told about it. So I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Easter, who told me about this game in the first place. Now this first episode of the Crossout series will be mostly explaining what Crossout is and how to get started. Following this episode, I'll do my best to post videos at least weekly with the intention of a higher frequency because I plan on playing this game a lot. I also will try to provide some helpful guides, lessons learned, or some form of progression-based information within each episode. Let's get started by talking about gameplay first. There are various multiplayer game modes like missions, which you see in the background, where 2 teams of 8 square off against each other. The first team to eliminate all of the opposing team's vehicles or the first team to capture the enemy's base wins the game. The base is marked on the map and is designated by a colored smoke flare. You start to capture it when you are within the white circular markings that faintly mark the ground around the smoke. Other game modes include domination, there's a free roam adventure, and even raids. Although I have not done those yet, I look forward to the experience. You start off in Crossout with a rusty bucket for a car, with a few turrets. The game tutorial is relatively new player friendly. The tutorial is basically a series of challenges that, as you complete, you are gaining material rewards as well as bits and pieces to add to your garage collection. As you unlock new rewards and make changes to your vehicle, you can actually use a test drive function that allows you to drive out of your garage and shoot at a mirror image of your car. So not only can you test your car offensively, but you can see how it holds up defensively as well. Take note that as you shoot a vehicle, you can literally see bits and pieces falling off of it. This is one of the most satisfying parts of the game to me. You can aim for the tires in an attempt to disable a vehicle, or aim for the weapons to make it an easy kill. It's pretty hard to win a gunfight without guns. Not into guns? That's alright too. There's even pieces of iron and blades that you can slap in the front of your car so you can do ram damage. As you progress, it's easy to identify tutorial challenges. They place large arrows obviously pointing out the next step they want you to take. Follow these arrows for the first few hours of gameplay and you can't go wrong. Although the user interface can be a bit overwhelming with all the different tabs and vehicle options, I'd recommend just sitting back, letting the tutorial work you through portions of the interface, and slowly build your knowledge of everything you can do as you play. One thing that I do enjoy is that the matches are relatively short, roughly 3 minutes, so it means you are able to get in, enjoy some action, hopefully come out on top, then go back in or go to the garage and make adjustments. If what you tried didn't work well for you, it's time to slap on some different pieces of equipment, maybe move some things around and go try it again. It's kind of like little micro sessions. Now let's talk about building and crafting. Making adjustments to your vehicle, at least on console, in my opinion, can be a bit frustrating and overwhelming at first. There is a helpful tab on the top of the garage that shows you what function each button has. However, from a longtime Ark and Conan player, whenever I go to building games now, my brain is hardwired with way too many hours of muscle memory, so buttons I am used to using to grab, pick up, rotate, or place are not doing what I expect them to do. So I found myself removing parts on accident, trying to back out, and then pressing the wrong button again. Once I recognized that this is a different game, sat back, took a deep breath, and slowed down, I started building pretty efficiently. I actually found myself so engrossed in the ability to have almost complete creative control over my vehicle, since the game seemingly lets you attach any part anywhere. I even noticed at one point I accidentally placed a new cab I wanted to try on the ground off-center. So picture a car cab being slightly closer to the right side tires than the left side. I didn't think it would be possible that a game would let you incorrectly place something. That's when I realized the true magic here. The rules are simple. You have parts to gain and opponents to defeat, but your style is your own and the possibilities are almost endless. You can be as traditional or as ridiculous as you want. Let's talk about progression and leveling. In this game there are factions. Your starting faction is the engineers and you gain access to other factions later. Factions are how you unlock blueprints to use or gear to upgrade your vehicles. You gain experience through completing matches with slight bonuses for victories and enemy eliminations. And although you unlock access to new parts or pieces of equipment through leveling, that doesn't mean you are able to use it immediately. If you aren't awarded bits and pieces, you have to craft them using the game's currencies. Mostly spare parts and copper from what I can tell so far. These currencies can be obtained through multiplayer matches, but I noticed a good amount being rewarded for completing story missions. You gain access to adventure mode story missions once you achieve rank 3 with the engineers. I'm not going to lie to you, the story is not very compelling, at least so far. It's mostly fetch quests with random dialogue boxes that can sometimes be cringy. Don't go into this game anticipating a story with depth, character development, or anything you would anticipate or expect from a AAA single-player game. If you just remember you're here to craft death machines and blow stuff up, you'll not be disappointed. Although I feel like fetch quests are the worst way to engage an audience and my least favorite activity in games, the rewards seem to be well worth it. Main story missions drop significantly more copper and spare parts than completing a match, and they usually take a similar amount of time to complete. Hopefully after showing a little gameplay, explaining what the game is about, what the multiplayer experience is like, showing the building and crafting experience, and talking about what the leveling and progression system is like, I've provided you enough baseline information you need to either jump in and give this a try, come back to it again, or give you, as an experienced player, a newer player base to follow and educate to keep building the community and improving matchmaking. I've only scratched the surface of what appears to be a game I'm going to truly enjoy. Still unsure and worried about what matchmaking will be like if there aren't many players online? Good news then, the game fills empty player slots with bots. Although they may not be as crafty as actual humans behind the wheel, there's no delay in matchmaking that I've seen so far. I'm looking forward to this new game journey and sharing it with as many of you as possible. Even if you don't think this game is right for you, subscribe and follow me if you want to watch some progression through this scrapyard wasteland. And there she is, my death machine. Masterpiece. Not shabby for a starter vehicle and much better than the bucket of bolts before. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for your time. I value it tremendously, so if this content provides you entertainment, please hit that subscribe button so you can see more like it. If you're not convinced quite yet, I hope to see you again in the future. Take care, and Chronic Completionist, out.